They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual.
Coach, thank you. Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis Stadium. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them.
Right away, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way through.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Lights 57, 50-61, matchbox lights. Check 49, check 49.
Now Trubisky on first down. He finds Corey Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll throw again. Winston. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, it was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right. They weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Here's Gordon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
57 to Mike. 57.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. A.J. Klein able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Jameis now on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This is Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Ready. Flag 25. 54.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, it's Gordon, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They'll run it here. This is James White, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On second and 11 now. Winston got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Winston now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he gets it down to the 32. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is caught. It's Edelman. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 16 yards, a first down. Jameis to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Davian Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's Trubisky to throw, eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check red, go. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey.
Trubisky will throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. On second down now, it's Gordon. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
General West. Hey, Delta. Blue.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 6 guys.
Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Five.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. He hits right, complete. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Gordon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Trubisky, and completes it to Kirk over the middle. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
53, Mike. Let's go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Oh, good move. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch twins. 80 weapon. Go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hold the look, hold the look, hold.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? Motion. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Running the toss here to White.
Let's bring it.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, ball. Alert. 57's Mike.
Mike 57.
Check. Mike 57.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Let's go. Let's go.
On second and a couple. Trubisky flush to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Now Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run it in with White. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Alert.
Second down and goal. Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A.J. Klein charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good run there, 8 yards, gets him much closer to the end zone with 4th and goal looming. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Klein and the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop him? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. On 3rd down, Winston. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Ladies and gentlemen,